What is that? Exacerbated?
You sounded like you should be in the fucking Titanic, bro. Just fucking. It's been 83 years.
It's been 83 years.
The love of my life sunk into the bottom of the ocean. Fuck. He could have fit. He could have fit on that door, bro. He could have fit on that door.
Yeah. No, that was. Yeah. There's lots. We can get into that, but yeah.
On a different time. We start off the episodes previewing the next one. That's what we're talking about, Titanic.
Next time on.
Oh god damn it. Anyway, speaking of that, welcome to LAN parties when you're over 30. I'm Julian.
I didn't know we were recording yet.
My favorite thing at this point is just to catch you off guard, bro. It's my favorite part.
You're really good at it.
Because I'll get you going on a tangent, dude. And it'll be like right at the freaking climax, and then I'll be like, time to start recording. Let's go. And that sounded completely wrong, but yeah, we're good. I like your hair. Did you get a haircut?
Like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, thanks for noticing.
Yeah, looks real clean, dude. I also got a haircut like a month ago.
Hey, you know what the nice thing is about getting older? Your hair grows a lot slower.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, I used to get a haircut like once a month, and it was like a cheap like Great Clips haircut and stuff. Nothing wrong with that, but my haircut would shots fired.
Yeah, shout out to all the Great Clips people. You're doing a great job. The Lord's work.
Yeah, that's why haircuts for like $16.
That's when I need to get a haircut because I'm going somewhere fancy. I let the Great Clips people do it, right?
Hey, man.
I do a number 2, and then if like I'm going somewhere, I go to Great Clips and I said I want a number 2. But then like a number 1 on the sides, you know what I mean? I don't trust myself to get too technical on my haircut, man.
So that's the thing. Like it was a couple years ago. I think it was like I don't know, maybe 2019, maybe 2018, 2019. I don't remember exactly. But I started going to a barbershop like nearby, and they do like. It's I don't know. It's like a barbershop out of a fucking movie or something like that. They would serve like oh, you want to drink a whiskey, and this guy's like with cigars and shit, and like
they're fucking reading the newspaper with the legs crossed, just real manly shit.
It was a cool place, but yeah, no. And I started getting my haircut by the same guy, and when that guy dies, I'm gonna be real sad. He's been cutting my hair for the last 5 years, but he cuts it like exactly how I want every time, and so it's the same haircut versus like going to like Great Clips or something like that, and you get a different person every time. They're like, yeah, sure, I'm beautiful. How you doing? Clip, 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 clip. And then all of a sudden you're like, I had one person at Great Clips. This is why I stopped going. After she got done cutting my hair, she asked me, "Do you like to wear hats?" Because she completely fucked up my head. And so I wore hats. Dude. I wore a hat for like 2 weeks just to let it. Well, it was terrible. It was awful. So I was like, I'll never go again. Never. I don't know where that actually came from. It has been a long day.
It has been. We're a little loopy. You've both been having a long week here, bro. It's only Wednesday.
I'm tired.
We're a day late and a buck short in this episode, but hey, we're here doing it. So fuck it.
Taking your word for it.
God damn, dude. Yeah, that's where, just to circle back to that real quick, that's where I get my haircut. Is just the Great Clips. There's one around the corner, bro. It's easy peasy. But I agree with you 100%. I took my oldest to like he wants to go to an actual barbershop. He didn't want to go to Great Clips. He learned that lesson already, right? So he's like, I want to go to a barbershop. So he found one, and I was like, fuck it, fine, I'll take you. So I take him in there, and I walk in there, and there's probably fucking 8 seats on both sides. And they're all full, all different kinds of people, all dudes, all sitting there getting their haircut. They got the fucking, what is that animated caveman movie? The Croods or whatever. There's
yeah.
They had that movie on the TVs for whatever fucking reason. And
that's a weird movie.
Yeah, and they were all sitting there
like
fucking
Goodfellas or something.
But... Yeah, you think it'd be something like real manly, and so we're like watching the Croods there with all fucking teared up. You know what I mean? Like,
there's a live stream of people chopping down trees.
Just fucking manly shit, throwing ice and breaking it in slow motion, right?
Yeah, this is the back.
This the alpha shit.
That's our ice breaking corner back there.
That's how I'm gonna increase our viewer engagement. I'm gonna get a green screen behind me and just play super manly shit while we're talking.
You should.
But anyways,
we'll do when we get big enough. We'll do like live tours and stuff, and we'll just punch each other in the face like while we're talking. Doesn't get much, man.
Let me just start shooting up right now a bunch of freaking roids and stuff, so we're just super jacked.
Thank you for specifying.
Yeah. Let me just start doing drugs ahead of time. Let me just start doing the drugs before the fame, bro. Just
spiraled into the worst direction.
But the barbershop thing, it was wild, dude. It was cool. It was quiet. It was quiet in there, and it was peaceful. And I was like, I need to fucking come here to get my haircut. I don't even get my haircut. Mm-hmm. Then I found out it was cash only, so I had to walk down a couple doors to like a shop and use the ATM and come back. But I was like, man, that's a cool fucking little experience. So yeah, I think I'm gonna move on from Great Clips too, man. So rip to it.
So something nice about having like a barber shop. Like I look forward to going to this place. Like right now, it's like there's nobody else in there because they lost some people and stuff. So and they moved the location, so they just have it's just my barber there on the days that I go. And which is nice.
Waiting for you.
Yeah, pretty much. It looks like every time I walk in, he's just like, "Oh, hello," yeah, hey, what's up, man? But yeah, it's just kind of hang out. I get a nice like they take like straight razor, down across, here and give me a shave and stuff. Like, I can love it. It's nice. It's a good time.
I really like that freaking zip up you got on, bro.
Yeah, man, it's a windbreaker. I got it from that store, Box Lunch.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they have lots of cool little, quirky fucking weeby gifts and stuff like that. So
yeah, I go in there every once in a while and go look at stuff, and I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool little. I always end up just looking only at the Dragon Ball figures, though. I'm like, oh, look at that's a cool little 6-inch Goku, and then I just walk.
Yeah. They got some cool stuff and everything. Some of it's kind of like, I'm a little past my my age interest for some of that stuff, but like I like a windbreaker. I like to I like to work out. I like to train in it and stuff like that. It's good. It's cozy.
Last time I went in there, they had a bunch of obscure Sonic stuff. And it was cool because they had the 90's chili dog eating Sonic on a t-shirt.
I know they sold furry stuff there. That's cool.
Yeah, bro, you gotta ask for it in the back, right? The specialty stuff.
Hidden in plain sight.
But yeah, they have the freaking 90's like Sonic eating the corn dog or the chili dogs and stuff on a t-shirt. Cool. I'm like, oh man, I should get that fucking shirt.
Yeah, man.
That's dope. You remember that? I fucking love that show, dude.
Yeah, I remember. I think it's on Hulu and stuff. Now, either Hulu. I was watching it like maybe a year ago on something. I watched I don't know. I think I was sick. It's like just like put it on. I'm just like, I'm missing this show.
Yep, I did that with COVID, bro. When I got COVID, that's when I finally watched the Sonic the Hedgehog live action movie because I was just fucking laying there and I was like, I don't want to do anything. I just want to fucking exist. Put something on the TV and I fall asleep. Then I started watching that and like 10 minutes into it, I'm all, oh man, this is pretty funny. And then I like woke up and I like ended up watching the whole thing, dude.
Yeah, man. So those are good. Great. Those are good movies. Those like Sonic ones. Like I genuinely like really, really like those. As far as like video game themed movies go, like it's definitely up there. That and like Detective Pikachu, Doom.
Nah, bro. Just Doom is top 3 just for the first person shooter segment.
Oh yeah, that was something else.
And that's up there with Dragon Ball Evolution.
Ooh.
I wish that day we watched it, you would have been able to make it, dude. It was just me and Pedro, and we watched it, and I was like,
that would have been fun.
I was like, what is this fucking movie, man?
Maybe there'll be a Dragon Ball Super Evolution, and then we can.
Oh yeah, now the gates are off, bro. Now that Toriyama's gone, right. He ain't there to say no more. They're gonna be like fucking. They're gonna make a sequel to Dragon Ball Evolution.
I don't even know if he knew that they did like Dragon Ball Evolution.
He did.
Did he?
Yeah,
he knew
that Dragon Ball Evolution, for as shitty as it is, we have to thank for Super, bro, because I was just reading about this the other day. He like finished writing Dragon Ball, right, and he was done. He's like, okay, that was a good spot, we ended it, and he was glad to be away from that grind of like the deadlines for the manga and stuff. And then he was just kind of backing away from the Dragon Ball series, wanted to do something different. Then Dragon Ball Evolution came out, and he watched it, and it was like such a disgrace to him that it pissed him off that he decided to write more Dragon Ball stuff. So then I'm
giving him blue hair now. I'm back.
Like, God damn it. What even is that?
He's like John Wick in the chair, like, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
Yeah, pretty much. They just have Dragon Ball Evolution on the TV, and he's all watching those fucking shitty fucking Kamehamehas and stuff. But the yeah, that got him to write Battle of the Gods, and then then it just started continuing with the Super and all that stuff. You know what I mean? But yeah, that because of evolution, we got the shit we got now. We got the fucking Ultra Instinct Goku. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
thank you, evolution. So there you go. Now it's in your top 3, bro. Thanks. It is in your top 3. Video game, anime, movie adaptations.
For unrelated reasons, it's in my top 3. Yeah. If
you had to give me a top 3 for reals, like anime and manga movie adaptions, what would you pick?
I would say anime manga. I would say Detective Pikachu is definitely my favorite. I just genuinely like really like that. Even though Ryan Reynolds like in the movie is weird, him as the voice of Pikachu is fine, but like seeing him I was just like, yeah, all right,
yeah, I couldn't do it. Yeah.
Sure, but the whole the movie as a whole, I think is like done really well. Like I like the world. I liked how they went about like incorporating. It wasn't just like it wasn't just like, oh, here's some animals that we found and they're making them fight, and stuff. It's like they're like
it's not like a slave trade.
Yeah, it's like honestly what I feel like if you were to like wake up one morning and be in like the Kanto regions or something like that, right? Like, and then you go outside and you see like somebody using a Bulbasaur to like trim the hedges and shit like that. Like honestly, that's that the way they depicted that world is like how it would look like.
Yeah,
me.
I agree.
And so I really liked that because I love Pokemon. And then I'd have to say, I'll lump the 2 Sonic movies together because I think for number 2 because they're just really 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 good. Because I don't know, I really like them. I was never a huge Sonic fan, but like I think I think they did a good job with it after they redesigned Sonic.
The original with the teeth, bro.
Oh god, yeah, ugly Sonic,
yeah,
teeth like this, like like
yeah.
And then number 3,
someone sat in that fucking chair, bro, and took his teeth, and they're like, "How does this look?" And they're like, "Nah, he can do a little bit more teeth." And then they're like, okay, more, and then basically had no mouth and like. Perfect. That's
a really good point. Somebody had to like get
design
that approved. Like, yeah, this looks great. And a whole team of people worked on that.
That's a Sonic.
Yeah, that's exactly how I remember him from my childhood.
Mm-hmm.
straight from the Genesis.
He looks like he looked like a fucking diseased weasel, bro.
Jesus.
It was wild, man. Sorry.
And then number 3 is Doom. So how many are? Oh no! I'm gonna take it back. No, number 3 is the most recent Mortal Kombat movie because that movie fucking rules.
Yeah,
that movie is great. Yeah. All right. What about you?
I could agree with that, dude. I think that's number 3 for me too. Is that Mortal Kombat movie? That thing was fucking dope, dude.
Good.
It had its Mortal Kombat moments, and then it just became Power Rangers.
Yeah, I mean, it did its own thing. It did its own thing and stuff. But I really like how they depicted a lot of those characters and stuff. Though. Like, I feel like it gave them a bit more depth rather than like. I will say I have a soft spot, and this could be another movie night for the first 2 original Mortal Kombat.
Oh,
movies.
Everybody does, dude. Who does not?
Like,
I fucking love those movies.
That's on my secret top 4 and 5. Like like. But top 3 is the other ones. But no, that the newest Mortal Kombat movie is fucking dope. I remember like watching that one night. My wife like went out of town to go see her parents and stuff, and I was just sitting there. I just made some chicken on plate. I'm like, I need to watch a movie and stuff like that. And I'm sitting there on the couch like, the new Mortal Kombat movie. All right, cool. And I was just like, this is fucking awesome. Like,
yeah,
get over here. Like I was having a good time.
I feel like that movie and the original movie depict what Mortal Kombat is like at that time. Like, the original movie came out like after the first 2 games came out, and everybody just felt like some kind of fucking thug, that was duking it out in a fucking tournament. I mean, there was a little bit of a storyline, but that's what it felt like. So then you get the movie adaptation, and they just pick up a bunch of ragtag people and they're fucking on the boat, you know.
Yep.
And they're fucking fighting, and you're doing the splits, punching fucking Goro in the nuts, and it's just about fighting. And then as the Mortal Kombat's progress and they start building more story and they kind of add some more depth to their characters, then you get this reboot movie and they do the same thing, right? It's a more depth to it. There's more of a story than just fucking punching each other. Because if you go back, the fucking story of the original one is so fucking simple, bro.
Yeah,
hey, you're fighting in Shadow Realm, bro, and you're gonna fucking die or you're gonna win.
Yeah, I love that,
and that's it, right? And that's all it was in the game too. You're going up the tower to the top. I didn't even know who the fuck I always mess his name up. Shang Tsung. Like, I didn't even know who he was. The first time I fought him, I was like, "What the fuck is this guy? Just pulling my soul out."
Who is this guy? Why is he everybody else?
On the fucking stop changing, motherfucker. Playing with that stupid 3-button Genesis controller.
Yeah, making those fireballs come up out of my son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's...
Well, see, I was a Super Nintendo guy, and I played that at so I used to go after school. I had to go to like a daycare place, even though I was like 10. My parents like still like working it, so like, oh, you can't stay at home, whatever, it's fine. And just where I lived was not a great place, but yeah. So I go to a daycare place, and they had a Super Nintendo, and when I would get there, almost every day there'd be a bunch of little kids playing Tiny Toon Adventures on Super Nintendo, and then when they would leave, I got to play Mortal Kombat. And
oh, nice.
With the blood turned off, but like it was green.
No fatalities.
It was definitely green. I didn't. I could never do a fatality. I never could figure that shit out. At one time, I was at a friend's house. We were playing Mortal Kombat 3, I think. Yeah, because Stryker is in that, and I somehow pulled off a friendship with Stryker, where he holds like up a stop sign, like like a crossing guard, and all the characters run by, and she's like, friendship. Yeah, it's weird that's actually burned in my mind for as long as it happened.
That's the moment when your grandma walks in the room and it's like, oh, that's a nice game.
This is a good game.
Yeah, they come out with the nice ones nowadays.
I did good, didn't I?
Just ignore all the violence before that. But
it's green. It's fine.
So that would be my number 3. And then my number 2 would have to be those Attack on Titan adaptations. Isn't there one on Netflix, I think? There is one. There is an Attack on Titan, like a live action adaptation.
So they did the action Attack on Titan?
Mm-hmm. I'll find it.
Sure.
And I will send it to you.
Sounds horrifying.
God damn it, I'm gonna have to look it up real quick. But I remember watching it and having low expectations, and I'm not saying that it's like great, you know what I mean? But it's pretty good.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Wait, hold on. No, I'm thinking of a different movie. Sorry, I'm thinking of a different movie. Scratch that completely. Cut that out.
Can't take it back. What's your number 1?
I love a movie so much that I haven't seen it. It's on my number 2.
I just made it up.
My number 2 would be the Rurouni Kenshin live action movies.
Oh yeah,
there's 2 of them.
Those are pretty cool. I saw the first one.
It was decent, dude. It was.
Yeah, no, that was pretty good.
The sword play was pretty good. It kind of felt like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, but not too much. You know what I mean? And it took a lot of the big moments, like of the manga, and like adapted them really well. And like I've never watched the show past the dude with the bandages. I don't.
Oh yeah.
That is like for most people, they say that's pretty much when the show kind of tapered off after that. But they did a good job of adapting that fight in the movie, because they had made 2 of the movies, and the first 2 basically go up to that guy's fight, and they did a really, really good job with it, dude.
Sorry, I'm getting like work messages at the same time.
Here come the Teams messages, bro.
Yeah, it is Teams. It is.
Let's hear it. Let's hear the ding.
Well, let's see if I can get this ding to happen again.
Hey, say something to me. Oh, there you go. There it is. That's the sound.
There it is.
Burned into my freaking head. So, yeah, that would be my number 2. Very, very good movies. And then I would say number 1 would have to be a Pokemon movie as well. The
Pokemon movie as well, huh?
Yeah. I'm gonna mess the name up, and I already made up a movie in my head, so I'm just gonna go ahead and scratch it. The one with Mewtwo where they fight him on the island. Is it Mewtwo Strikes Back?
Mewtwo Strikes Back?
I think that's what it's called. The one where Ash gets turned to stone. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, it's the first Pokemon movie.
But they just redid it.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. They did like a updated graphics one. So it's the same movie, right? But they just redid a bunch of stuff. It looks good. It's clean. I think it's on Netflix. But anyways, that movie. Every time I watch that movie, it makes me just tear up. And this list, of course, is excluding Dragon Ball. Because if I went and just did anime, manga, and I included Dragon Ball, then it would just be like Battle of the Gods, Brawly, Resurrection F, Triamite, fucking. There would be nothing else.
I was taking it if like the top 3 is like the adaptations to like live action, because I can name off like every single Dragon Ball movie, every other
Bojack,
like one off.
Unbounded.
Yeah, there you go. Every Triamite, that Triamite I had on VHS. I think I rewatched that thing probably 6 times in a day when I first got it.
Cooler's Revenge, yeah.
Yeah. There's some good ones out there.
Let's just start sneaking them in here as the Easter eggs for the rest of the episode. Oh man, that really is a battle of the gods, if you know what I'm saying.
I don't know why we didn't. Why is Death Note not in your top 3 for adaptations?
Because I haven't watched it yet.
No, okay, we gotta watch that.
There is some.
It is such hot garbage. It is so bad.
There is most stuff, dude. I look at and I'm like, this is fucking terrible, dude. And I don't even want to waste my time. We're getting older, man. My time's pretty limited, and I do not want to watch a fucking 2-hour movie that's gonna be shit. Right? I haven't watched that movie. I haven't watched that One Piece live action, even though they said that's a little bit better than
It's really good. It's actually very enjoyable.
I can't, dude. I can't do it.
If you have time. The One Piece one is pretty decent.
You know what I will do is I'll take that movie, Starship Troopers, Dragon Ball Evolution, and then we'll pick 2 other movies, and we'll put them in like the little spinning wheel app that I have on my phone, like for decision making, and we'll spin it. We'll spin it, and then whichever one it lands on, we'll set up a movie night and we'll watch it.
All right, that's fun.
Yeah, and then we'll just and then we'll go down this list, bro.
I'd be down to just go through and watch every Dragon Ball movie too.
Yeah, I can do that anytime though.
We just do that anyways. Actually, fuck it. Scrap that original idea. We're just gonna watch Dragon Ball movies.
We're gonna start from Dragon Ball Episode 1. 24 hours. Yeah.
I'd be into that, honestly. I would like to. I've watched a bunch of that. I have the manga and stuff, and I was actually started to just kind of go through that and stuff. But yeah, it's I'd be down to do that. It'd be fun.
Yeah, I've never watched Dragon Ball, the original Dragon Ball. I don't know. I tried, and the farthest the farthest I've made it was the first time that they summoned the dragon.
Okay, yeah.
And then that's it. Like when they're out in the desert or whatever with the fucking May and the. I was gonna say Puar, but it's not Puar. But I'm talking about like when they meet Yamcha and all that shit, right? That's the farthest that I watched, and then after they summoned the dragon, I just was like, oh, that was cool, and then I just moved on to something else. You know what I mean?
So much more to it.
I know there is, and sometimes I see clips and I'm like, man, that's really fucking cool, but then I just never go watch it.
It's pretty solid, man.
You watched the whole thing?
Not all of it. No, I've watched quite a bit of it, just over the course of a couple of years. I'll put on a couple episodes and watch it. Cool, and I've read. I've read a couple volumes of the manga. I ended up when I was really into collecting manga, which I still kind of am. Now I'm just very curated. I'm actually looking over at my shelf right now. I started getting lots of box sets and stuff. So one of the box sets I got was the Dragon Ball one, and then I got the Dragon Ball Z one, and probably start picking up Super. There's not a box set for it, but I'll probably start picking up Super anyways.
Better start picking it up before it jumps up in price, bro.
Yeah, I don't think it will. I don't think it'll jump up in price. But yeah, no. I have to have a lot of manga. I gotta probably get through that and give shit away. So.
Dude, yeah, I have a bunch that are just sitting over here. I've read through them, and then they're sitting. I think I have the first volume of that right here. Yep.
Oh, there you go. Oh yeah, those are the 3-in-1s.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yep, I got this long time ago. It's just been sitting up here. I haven't finished it yet though. Maybe I will.
Did you, by chance? We haven't even touched on what we're going to talk about today. But before
Well,
we get
screw
to
it,
that,
bro. We're off.
yeah,
The
we're
rocker.
going rogue. Going rogue today.
Don't expect anything from us anymore.
We are disappointments. Just ask my dad. But no, have you read the newest chapter of Super that came out?
No, I haven't, dude.
Dude.
At work, my service in my little cubicle is fucking terrible for my personal phone, and I just and I don't want to connect to the company Wi-Fi, right? So I just
you want them to know you're reading manga.
Yeah, right. So I was just like, whatever, you know what I mean? So I tried reading it earlier, and I got the first page, like the cover page, and I saw the Beast Gohan and the UI Goku, like, you know, doing the fucking elbow bump, and then I was like, oh man, that is fucking awesome. This chapter's gonna be great. And then the next page I move over, and it says unable to load, and I'm like, motherfucker. And then I ended up in a meeting, so I didn't even get to read it anyways.
Yeah, I read it just actually almost before we hopped on here. I read it because I've been really busy all day, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna make some food, and while that food is preparing, I'm going to read, and I actually enjoyed it, which I think is. I won't get into it at all because I don't want to like spoil anything or anything like that, or even set expectation stuff. But I will say with the manga now going on break and stuff, I think the way the chapter ends is a nice spot to be on a break. If that makes sense. The way they end it, it's like, all right, cool. I see. I'd be really curious to see where they go afterwards and stuff like that.
But that's like Black Frieza, right? That was a good stopping point because he showed up and kicked the shit out of them, and then all of a sudden, like, we're on break for what, 6 months, dude?
Yeah. So on one hand, that was a good stopping point. On the other hand, that was a terrible stopping point because it's like, the Black Frieza. Now I gotta wait 6 months.
But it kept the interest, bro.
Oh no, sure. Absolutely, it absolutely kept the interest. Like that. I mean, like that's the thing. Is like there will always be an interest in Dragon Ball. They'd have to like royally fuck up everything about it to get people not interested anymore. And I don't think they'll do that. If it was like an American like IP, yeah, they'd absolutely
Dragon Ball Evolution 2.
Oh yeah, they'd be like, oh, all right, cool, here we go. Like, yeah, they totally screw it up after like a couple of years and stuff like that. But I think I don't really know where they're gonna go with it now with Toriyama, rested in peace. But I'm curious and I'm hopeful because I think there's a lot of opportunity with all the characters they have. So it'll be really cool to see where they go, and I'm excited to see more. I am weirdly excited for Daima, whatever the fuck the Muppet Babies, Dragon Ball Muppet Babies. Such a weird concept, but you know what? I need more Dragon Ball in my life, so just shove it down my throat. Sure, why not?
Love it.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, fucking Muppet Babies, bro, who fucking came up with the concept of that? I don't get it at all. They were just babies and it wasn't even felt like a daycare, bro. It just felt like they were locked in a room.
Dude, I watched, and I don't remember, but actually, I was like, so wife has never heard of Muppet Babies, and I would always go, Muppet Babies, you know, like I was singing like whatever I could remember the melody of like the theme song and stuff like that.
I can hear it in my head, dude.
Yeah, no, you totally can, and you can see them like crawling on the floor and like flying through space and shit like that. There's like cool Star Wars like themed episodes for whatever reason, but like. She'd never seen it before, and she was like, "What the hell are you singing?" I'm like, I gotta show you. So I showed her, and then I was like, "There's a documentary on it," and like let's watch like a 30-minute documentary on the Muppet Babies. And she was just like, "You watched this shit?" I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "Explains a lot." Okay. But
90s shit was a different breed, bro. We were just
Scooby Doo. From school, yeah.
If you go back and just watch 90s shit now, if you take away the nostalgia like aspect of it, you're like, what the fuck is this? They never really made
shit back then.
They never really made much sense, but they were fun, dude.
Yeah, you know, like I've watched a bunch of like newer things over the last like 10 years of like, because I love animated stuff. I generally like enjoy it and everything. And that could just be because I grew up watching so much of it, you know, and stuff. But like, I've watched a lot of new stuff, and there's some really good stuff out there. Like Gravity Falls is awesome.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
Versus like the Forces of Evil is pretty good. Like, there's a bunch of really cool ones.
Regular show. is good.
Yeah, regular show is really good. Yeah.
Have you seen that edit of the regular the Raditz fight from Dragon Ball Z? And fucking Goku's holding up Raditz like this, and he's all, just do it, and Piccolo's charging the special beam cannon. Well, it moves over to a clip of Rigby and Mordecai, and he's all, oh, you want me to do it? Huh? You want me to do it? And then he throws Rigby, dude, and then it goes through him, and it shows the whole thing of them flying back.
That sounds awesome. I have not seen it.
I'll send it to you, dude. It is so freaking great. But that show was a good one. Continue that, but I just
No, that's good. Yeah, I mean, because like to touch on that too. It's like a lot. I've noticed a lot of newer shows are almost written with the expectation that like the parents of these kids are going to watch it, and that probably the parents are going to be just as into it as the kids. Versus like when we were like kids watching cartoons, it was just for us. It was just for us. Like, there's no way my dad's gonna sit down and watch Mighty Max with me. I mean, not my dad, anyways. I would say most of our parents' generation are probably we're not. There's obviously the expectation.
They didn't have the TV, bro. Like, really, I mean, like, TV wasn't what TV was when we were in the night. Like,
oh no, absolutely.
Yeah. They had it like as like news, or every once in a while there might be some beginning of a sitcom, but it wasn't like what we fucking had, dude, where it was like a saturation, but not an oversaturation. Like, everywhere you went, you can almost think of every channel and think of like an iconic show from it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like, you think like Fox, like Home Improvement and stuff, and The Simpsons, and if I can think of, like, I remember watching. Hero was UPN, right? But it was UPN. It had SmackDown, freaking Thursday Night SmackDown. So I was watching that all the time. Nickelodeon had all their fucking slew of show, Cartoon Network and all that. But
Nickelodeon was bomb back in the day.
But if you go back and watch like Hey Arnold, like, I went on a fucking kick, dude. I went on a deep dive kick of Hey Arnold. There's
some really good ones on YouTube.
It was a breakdown of like every character, bro, and like what their life was really like.
And they're like 4 hours long. Like, a deep dive into Helga. Like,
dude,
my
that
God,
was so good,
though. This is the saddest character I've ever seen. Yeah,
that was so good, and you didn't realize it at the time. Like, oh yeah, she's just a bully. And then you go back and you watch all that stuff, and it's like, what the fuck, dude? So it was written toward parents, right? Because we didn't understand those as kids. But if our parents would have really sat down and watched it, they would have picked up on that stuff that we pick up on now. Like, going back and look at Rocco, how many fucking sexual innuendos are in that fucking show, dude?
I feel like Rocco, Beavis and Butthead, like Ren and Stimpy, those were like those. I honestly don't think those were shows were like tailored for children. Somehow they ended up on Nickelodeon, not Beavis and Butthead, but like somehow like Rocco's Modern Life. And,
so what Nickelodeon and you watching, bro?
Yeah, ended up on Nickelodeon and everything. But like, yeah, no, I mean, there's definitely a mix, but I think that shows also too sort of like the maturity of like animation and stuff like that in the 90s is like, oh, this isn't just for kids. Like, there's a lot of content that was just for kids and stuff like that. But then there's like, you had like Fire and Ice, that like really badass like 80s like animated like fantasy movie and stuff like that. If you haven't seen it, you should check it out. It's fucking awesome.
I'll put it on the wheel, bro.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's fucking awesome. But yeah, I don't know. There's just a bunch of like really cool shows from the 90s and stuff. And I haven't sat down and watched a lot of stuff now, but I would be surprised if it's even as good as anything that came back in the best decade of the world.
I know. We had everything, bro. We had everything.
We had it all. We had moon shoes.
We had the fucking solo cups. We had the solo cups just prevalent, bro. The one with the squiggle on the side.
Oh yeah. We had super soakers.
Sock and boppers, bro.
Koosh. You remember Koosh? Yeah.
We had Stretch Armstrong.
Yeah. You remember? Oh, Stretch Armstrong. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Polly Pockets, bro.
Yeah, I had Mighty Max. Sorry. If you had Polly Pocket, great. Good for you.
Yeah, my cousin, someone I know had Polly Pocket. Yeah.
Somebody who definitely was not me had like every Polly Pocket.
It has the poster in the room that they're in right now. Just there's a Polly Pocket poster behind that Eagles flag. That's why it's up there.
That wasn't up before we started recording.
Yeah, I put it up before because I was like, I got a big blank spot there. I have something that fits perfectly. So, bam.
Big blank spot.
Just the size of a poster, coincidentally. But anyways, yeah, dude, we had some fucking, like, the 90s were the shit, man. But like, it also, to go back to the TV show stuff, it depended on what channel you put it on, what kind of content you got. Like Nickelodeon was
Oh,
a
for
real
sure.
mixed bag of like the adult shit that we were talking about, and then also just shit that was blatantly to kids. And like Fox was like the go-to for like superhero shit. That was where fucking X-Men was.
Yeah.
X-Men '97. That's where that shit was. That's where fucking the big ass buff Spider-Man was. You know,
Yes, both Spider-Man.
like
Yeah,
that
I
was a
remember getting
macho
up
fucking
early.
channel, bro.
Yeah. Well, it was like
Power
Saturday
Rangers.
morning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the Saturday morning lineup. That was like the thing. Like you would have to like purposely get up early to catch X-Men and Spider-Man because those
Mhm.
like aired super early in the morning. I think like by super early, I mean like by kids standard, like 8 or 9
7.
or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, they were like pretty early and stuff like that. But then you had like 3-4 hour block of just like awesome cartoons and stuff back then.
Mhm.
Which is awesome that you can even find those blocks on YouTube. I don't know
Yeah.
how this stay up for so long. Like finding like the Toonami blocks. It's like this is an 8 hour
Mm.
fucking like
Dude.
mix with commercials. How
Yeah.
did you get this?
That the Toonami ones are great, dude. I put those on
They're
every once in a
so
while.
good,
Like
yeah.
that one I sent you the other day where I was watching an episode where Yamcha died. Like that was
Yeah.
just on that was on a Toonami block, bro. I wasn't just watching
Yeah.
random shit, you know. But
Yeah, I like to
like,
put my TV over there, just like turn it like low volume. So I was like peek up and be like, oh cool, Running Warriors, badass.
yeah,
All
look at
right.
that. Then there was shows that were blatantly for adults that I just ended up watching somehow, like The Critic. Did you ever watch that show?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
With
But that shit was like,
John Lovitz.
yeah,
John
like
Lovitz.
it had
Yeah.
very adult humor, right? Like if you go back,
Well,
it's
it's
like,
Comedy Central. Comedy Central is mostly
was it?
adult themed stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
At some point, it definitely was. Because I remember I used to watch a lot of Comedy Central.
Well, I
because
know comedy. I should take back my I know Comedy Central is like, you know, pretty adult
They
themed.
were in the animated business, weren't they?
Are you saying they say curse words on that channel?
They say swears.
Wow.
Yeah.
They stay up till midnight.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, but like
Critic, yeah,
yeah, but that was like a show that I just got lumped in, bro. When I think of animation from that time, I think of like The Critic, or I think of like The Tick. Remember The Tick?
Yeah. Oh yeah, going back to Fox, The Tick. I
Mhm.
fucking love The Tick, man. The Tick was awesome.
Or the non-cartoon stuff, like Nickelodeon had the fucking Snick.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, bro.
Every
Watching
Saturday, dude.
Are You Afraid of the Dark, man?
All that.
All
the
that.
best,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or the fucking Good Burger movie when it came out.
Oh yeah, Harriet the Spy.
Mhm.
Yep. Yeah, Snick was cool. That was definitely. It's weird. Like as a kid, like my weekends were like the evenings of my weekends were just TV. It was Friday night was TJF, on ABC, right?
Mhm.
Family Matters, Step by Step, Boy Meets World, Full House, all that shit, right? On Friday nights. And then on Saturdays it was Snick. He was like wait until
Mhm.
8 o'clock to roll around and stuff, and then by 9:30 got Are You Afraid of the Dark, and like I gotta
Mhm.
go to bed and I'm scared of some vampires are gonna come out of the shadows, right?
Mhm.
Something like that.
You see that couch, bro, and you knew it was time.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
And the fucking black and white lettering and shit.
Yep. Yeah, man, then Sundays I remember like there was a couple shows I think I'd watch and shit like on Nickelodeon, but like yeah, no man.
Sunday was the reset day, bro. That's when they replayed everything that you missed over the weekend. Just at random time blocks, so you'd have to catch that fucking episode of Rocco or something that came on at 10 a.m. the day before at like 1:30 or some shit.
The Mystery Files of Shelby Woo.
Oh my god, The Secret World of Alex Mack, bro.
Yep.
God damn it, that fucking show.
Hey dude.
Hey dude.
The Adventures of Pete and Pete.
Salute Your Shorts.
Salute Your Shorts.
Yes. That fucking Secret World of Alex Mack show. When you look back on it, was so goofy, bro. It just turns into a drop of like fucking magnesium. It looks like just sliding around. Oh, she's gone. But nothing ever really happened. She was just there doing that. Like she could just.
When I was a kid, I had a major crush.
But it was just like a show where it's like nothing really happened except at random times she went bloop and she turns into the blob and like took off.
Yeah, man.
And we were like, oh my god, you know what I mean? Just give this show a fucking Oscar.
Did you ever watch? I think it's called like Cousin Skeeter.
Was that like a Doug spinoff?
No.
Wow.
It was. I think it was on Snake. It was live action, but like Skeeter was like a puppet and shit. I don't know. I'll find you something on it. I watched a lot of that.
Have you seen Blark and Son? It's like a Comedy Central fucking like puppet show now. I primarily find it on YouTube, dude. It is so fucking funny.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen too many puppet shows. I remember like was it Crank Yankers, that like prank phone call show where the puppets for some reason. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that was a good one.
Also, Comedy Central. Comedy Central had like they would have like kid looking things, but it would be like dark and like adult twisted humor and shit like
That's
that.
That's probably why we have the humor we have now, right?
That's a good point. Yeah.
You ever else freaking Kablam too, where they showed the fucking they had all the little shorts and the Prometheus and Bob little clay fucking caveman and the alien. Yeah, and he'd always be trying to show him like this is how it goes, and he would just beat his ass. Or like the was it Justice League Now or Action League Now?
Action League Now. Yeah, the action figures. Yes. Yep.
I fucking oh my god, dude. There's nothing like it now. Like if you go and watch,
there's really not. No, yeah.
I mean, I keep up with what's hip now.
We have kids.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because I have kids, and it's nothing.
Bluey. Right?
I love Bluey. Bluey.
Some kid came on my door for Halloween dressed up like this whole family was like Bluey characters. I was like, I don't know what you guys are, but this is adorable.
Yeah, Bluey's great, bro. Some episodes are like obviously tailored toward kids, but there's a lot of episodes that deal more with the parents, and the kids are just kind of there as back pieces. And like as a parent, you resonate with it a bunch. You know what I mean?
Like VeggieTales.
Yeah, like VeggieTales. Yeah. Like the critic. You know what I
mean? Yeah, just like the critic.
No, like Bluey's really good, but like those hit different, right? It's like Bluey's not fucking Rocco. So, you know what I mean? It's not fucking Invader Zim.
No,
it's not. It is not the fuck. It's not even the Disney Channel stuff they had when we were a kid. Remember on Disney Channel when we were a kid? Like almost every movie that came out had a fucking TV show that went with it. Like I'm pretty sure I've already made something up today, so I'm trying to be real careful. There was an Aladdin TV show. Was there not on Disney Channel?
Hey man, you know what? Let me.
God damn it. But like
I remember like a lot of like those Disney movies and stuff. Like you had like the Halloween Town movies, you had like Smart House, you had The Luck of the Irish. Why do I know these? Why are these coming to me right now? But like yeah, I watched a lot of those and shit.
Sorry, last time I tried to share my screen, it fucked up. So yeah, there was an Aladdin TV show. There's a complete series if you want to buy that. But like
a live action one?
No, animated.
Animated. Okay. I was just like, woo. Probably wasn't great.
No, probably not. It's probably a lot more insensitive than what you get now.
It is Disney, so.
But like those Disney shows were like nothing compared to like what they have now. Or like, you know, when my oldest was growing up and stuff, he's watching Nickelodeon stuff, but it was like stuff like iCarly and all this random shit, which is like it was just relatable teen shit, right? And it's like every once in a while it'd be something stupid, but it wasn't off the wall fucking shit like what we had, you know. And even like if you take like the normal shit we watch, you take the scare factors and stuff. Like I mean, obviously, Are You Afraid of Dark? We touched on that, but like Goosebumps. Bro, like there's some fucking shit in Goosebumps that was like wild, but there's nothing like that on TV nowadays, like tailored for kids, right? They're like, you know what? You can watch this and like you get a little chuckle, maybe learn a little life lesson, we'll move on. With us, it was like, well, you're gonna have a 2-hour block of TV, and in that block of TV, you're gonna laugh your ass off, and then you're gonna be scared as fuck. You know, there's no in between.
But you know what made that all worth it? The bowl of popcorn that you'd sit down and eat. At least I had a bowl of popcorn like every weekend. Bro, I don't know how I kept my girlish figure, but
I would be playing, you know, Final Fantasy VII, or like playing Pirates of the Dark Water on my Sega. You know.
Oh yeah, that was a really good cartoon. I remember
that had a cartoon too on Disney. Yeah,
but there was a cartoon before the game, I believe. And then like the Adventures like Bucky O'Hare. Do you remember that? Like the Green Rabbit. Yeah, dude. Oh god, now I'm thinking of all these crazy, insane cartoons I watched as a kid.
Yeah, there was a bunch, dude.
Yeah,
I love the shit that we watched. Like that's I go back and when I see it, I'll watch a bunch of it on YouTube just for the nostalgia factor, bro. And some of it I skip through, but you know, most of it I'm like, yeah, this is fucking great.
You know, I have a theory as to why that stuff's like sticks into our minds so much and stuff. Versus like I think stuff now that's like kind of I'm gonna sound like an old man. Versus the thing that the kids are in they're swiping left and the ticky tocks and right, but like we had tangible things connected to those shows, like because that's when like merchandise was huge, right? So there's toys for every TV show and every series and every movie. You go to like Target, Toys R Us, literally anywhere, there'd be like just there'd be toys for everything and stuff like that. And that was like the big thing. Commercials, that's all it was, right? It was like, trying to sell toys to your kids so kids can go bother your parents or like that. Is that stuff around still, like, as much? I feel like
it's not like what we had where it's like oversaturated, bro.
Yeah, oversaturated. That's what I mean. Like, it's still there, but like because I used to collect toys and shit. I still go to like Target, just like kind of walk down, and be like, see what kind of Marvel figures they got. But it's all like the same stuff, like.
So even something with like Bluey, it's like massive now, right? You go to Target and there's probably like one full aisle. Right, like one side is all Bluey stuff, and then that's it. Like versus when we were a kid, you go to the fucking store, and Bluey might be fucking have his whole section with a big fucking sign pointing there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Fucking blue light special, like at Kmart and shit.
Yeah.
There'd be like a big grandstanding thing about it. I think like part of it too is just bringing back the nostalgia. I mean, the nostalgia hits hard, dude. It's just bringing back those feelings of like sitting there as a little kid when a lot less shit mattered, right? Like. That's what I feel like playing Rebirth right now. I haven't got to play in like since last time we recorded.
You're gonna find a way to circle.
No, last time right. Last time that we recorded was the last time I played Rebirth. I haven't played since then. I've been too busy. But like that game gives me the nostalgia hit, and the nostalgia hit that I have is when I sat there and played through the OG one for the first time, right? And that's how I feel like when I watch those blocks. If I watch like an old episode of Goosebumps, whatever, the Werewolf and Fever Swamp, all that kind of shit, like. I'll feel like I'm my little kid self watching that shit, and where there was a lot less responsibility and whatnot. You know what I mean? And it's more. I mean, sometimes you're attuned to it, but I think it's more of a subconscious thing. Right? Takes you back to simpler times.
What are kids gonna have that are like kids nowadays? What
Minecraft?
Kind of nostalgia are they gonna have? I mean, Minecraft. I think is. I mean, I played the shit out of Minecraft, and everything and stuff too. Yeah, like. Yeah, is it just gonna be Minecraft? Is that all they're gonna have?
Yeah, it sucks. It's not. There's not like a lot of super unique things, right? Everything like when
everything's a blip.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, everything's just like so fast.
But when we were kids, there was a lot. I felt like there was a lot more innovation in different like aspects of shit, like TV shows. It was very varied what you got, bro, on a TV show.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about with the '90s kid stuff, right? But like nowadays, it all feels kind of the same, like we're talking about. So it's hard to distinguish like that show standing out. Like I remember fucking Kablam because the fucking naked action figure, right? Like that was obscure shit, so it stuck in my mind.
Yeah.
But like now, it's a dime a dozen fucking shows. The same show that's on Nickelodeon is the same show that's on fucking Cartoon Network, which is the same show that's on Disney Channel, which is the same show that's on fucking Disney Plus, right? It's the same shit, so it just kind of all blends together. Versus with us, there was very distinct things, right? Niches that you'd want to go into.
Yeah, well, and like, like there wasn't. I don't know. I guess you can probably think of like TV shows back then almost kind of being the equivalent of how kids are like on phones and stuff now, like how they consume media. Like we consumed media. Yep. It was much more. We had less control over the media that we consumed because we had those blocks like, oh, Snick here's your 4 shows. TJF, here's your 4 shows. Saturday mornings, here's your like, couple hour block and stuff like that. Like that was, so we would try to like, to consume those, but it wasn't control like versus now where you can just like, flip to the next video, and it's everything is like you can curate everything yourself and stuff, even as a kid. Yeah, and that too, like so many of those cartoons and series back then in the 90s and stuff were all about trying to sell you toys. And so, like I said, you almost had something tangible to relate to. Like, cause I was really into Transformers. I was really into He-Man. I had a bunch of like hand-me-down He-Man and hand-me-down Transformers figures that I held on to forever because that was the thing. And I have really fond memories of just like playing with like these toys and shit and the shows. And so when I see like new Transformer stuff, it makes me think of like when I was a kid. Yeah. And so it's like, yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's just we had less control over the media we consumed. And so maybe that's why it's like very impactful because we had to put in effort. We didn't have DVRs or anything back then to like, I'll just record Snick.
Nope, you had to catch it, or you're gonna hear about it from all your friends because you don't know when it's coming back on again.
Yeah. Oh, did you see the new episode? Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Oh my God, Gargoyles was fucking sick last night. Yeah.
the cop got shot by the gargoyle. Like that's a crazy episode. Like, but yeah. By the way, this real quick. I forget the gargoyle's name and the detective's name, but he like fumbles with a gun and shoots her in the stomach and shit. Like, holy shit, that's in my mind. Every time I pick up a gun, I think of that scene. I'm just saying, I do. Message received. Thank you. You know. Like,
yeah, I hear you, bro.
Gargoyle's teaching gun safety. Like, damn.
I just when I think of gritty shows back then too, I think of the Batman. That was probably my favorite.
Oh, dude,
that was probably my favorite show from that was like cartoon stuff from the 90s, dude. That show was fucking done so well. And then they came out with Mask of the Phantasm, and it just was gorgeous, dude, for the time. And like that movie just slaps. Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah,
yeah.
We'd have to
Mask
do
of the Phantasm on its own as a whole.
We will watch party that movie, and then and then we can talk about it like the next two.
Best Batman story ever told.
Yep.
Yeah, super.
Now, Killing Joke. You don't think that's up there?
No, I mean, yeah, it's great and everything like that. But as far as like something original and stuff like that, like Killing Joke, based off the comic and everything like that, that short,
the animated movie's not great.
Stuff.
Yeah,
Mask of the Phantasm is just like its own thing, and it like explores Bruce Wayne and it's like and in ways that like it did so. I'm not gonna get into it, but it did so well in the time that it had. Like it's such a well like executed like film and everything like that. It's super good. It's a fantastic Batman story.
Yeah, we'll have to cover that on a different one.
And I'll leave that.
I will. You leave it at that, and I will leave it at this. When are we getting a Street Sharks reboot? That is what I want to know. And I need a Street Sharks reboot along with the toy line, and I need Vin Diesel to reprise his role as the fucking model playing with the toys. 100%, dude. Yeah.
That you know what? That's a good question. I haven't thought about Street Sharks in a while, but
after the Fast and the Furious movies wrap up, I think the next one is the last one. And Vin Diesel ain't got shit to do no more.
The last one's never the last one.
Well, the last one that's like the main cast people, right? And he ain't got shit to do anymore is when we need to strike with this Street Sharks reboot, bro. Start getting it going on Twitter. Start getting it going on Instagram, Reddit, and all that, and then try to get him to reprise his role.
Netflix, are you listening?
Live action Street Sharks adaptation?
A gritty live action Street Sharks.
Someone's like, they do a live action Street Sharks, bro, and then there's like in the trailer at the very end, someone's like, "Oh my god, is that a shark?" And then he just turns around and goes, "No, this is my family." You know?
We're Street Sharks.
You get all fucking I was gonna say Jabberjaw, but that's a different show. You get all
hey, that could be a cameo.
The fucking Hanna-Barbera fucking cameo in there. What was the Hammerhead, right? There was a Hammerhead and there was a Great White. I forgot what the other sharks were. There was one other one.
I just remember Jabberjaw. Jabberjaw. That was that is you talking are you talking about
I'm talking about Street Sharks, yeah.
I thought you talking about Hanna-Barbera shit. I'm like, dude, I don't know, man. Maybe. Like, you know a lot more about classic tunes than I do. Shit.
You don't remember the Flintstones and Street Sharks, bro? Their team up with
the Flintstones meet the Street Sharks.
It wouldn't fucking surprise me. That is something that would have came out in the 90s for sure. If they were both popular enough at the time, bro, bam. We would have had the crossover just like all the Scooby-Doo crossovers.
It almost sounds like that would be something. Remember that Capcom game, that like Project X Zone or whatever?
Yeah, that game was so good.
Where it was just insane. It made no sense. It was just insane. Like it had Bruce Willis in there, who wasn't Bruce Willis. Even like it was just an insane movie. That's where I would picture the Flintstones team up with Street Sharks.
Oh my god, some combo attack, bro.
Oh, yeah,
fucking Street Shark just throws Fred in his car, and then you just get like a yabba dabba do across the screen like a fucking Phoenix Wright objection. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he grabs it and baseball swings it.
Get the old fucking Barney Rubble hitting you in the fucking knees with the fucking club, dude.
Yeah, man. I'd be into that.
All right. Project Hannah X Capcom. Or Hannah X
Street Sharks.
Hannah X Fox, right? Yeah.
Yeah, man.
There we go.
This is gonna get out of control.
100%.
Where do you stop at this point? Like,
yeah, we just need a multiverse, all of them, bro. And we will be in it.
90's multiverse.
God, that's the multiverses game they need to fucking make, dude.
Yeah.
That is it. It'd be fucking sick.
I'd be into that.
Playing as 90s Spider-Man fighting the Tick, bro.
The Tick wins.
Yeah. You think so? I don't know.
I mean, that's another episode where we could just like draw. That'd be actually kind of fun. We just draw random superheroes and argue about who would win.
Got it. I will also do that. I'll put together like a name generator, and we'll do that. Fun. Or you know what else we can do is a tier list.
Tier list is pretty cool.
We do tier list together. We'll just take a bunch of 90s ones and we can just move them up. We'll work on that in the future. That's
might get pretty heated.
Yeah. Fuck you. Man.
We need a third person for that, because if we're like, oh, this is S tier, like this is F tier, we're just gonna meet in the middle. We need to have a tiebreaker. You can't just meet in the middle. We gotta have a third person. We gotta have a third party.
Yeah, Budsy, you're being paged.
That's right.
Or we have a super special guest that we're working on. The universe is working on, bro.
We'll see.
We'll save that for another
time.
More
to come soon.
All right. Well, with that, I'm Julian.
I'm still Kyle.
Yep. And this has been another shit show of LAN parties when you're over 30. I don't even think we even said the name. So, yep. Hello.
Is this even about LAN parties at this point?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I watched all those shows while I was LAN party. Anyways, okay. Bye.